Hey everyone, it's Chrissy from Everyday Survival, and today we got a cool review. I've never done like a full brand name flashlight that was like mainstream, unless you call LED lens a mainstream. In Australia it is, so maybe that can be called it. But we got a Coleman battery lockout. I think it's called the Divide Plus. This is the AA model, takes two AA batteries, and yeah, purchased it from Amazon Australia for a whopping $8 Australian. That's friggin' cheap, and this thing is awesome. Wait till you see it on. It performs really, really good, and it's so cheap, and it's available to Aussies. It's like probably the first time that I've seen a light that's this decent and doesn't cost an arm and a leg for sale in Australia. And it even comes with a set of batteries. That's cool. Let's get the review started, I guess. Okay, guys, so here's the light in all its glory, the Coleman battery lock, but it's actually called Colman Divide Plus. So it just comes in like a simple standard box like this. Doesn't really have any instructions as such, just basic kind of instructions. Doesn't really tell you much about the torch. It does come with two Duracell batteries, which I have them here. So you can see there's two Duracell batteries that come with it. And that's about it. Specs wise, it doesn't really tell you much. On the front here, it does tell you that it is apparently 250 lumens, but it is brighter than that. But that's anti-rated 250 lumens. It can run for 3 hours, anti-rated, 160 meters, anti, and 1 meter drop proof and 1 meter waterproof. So all with the FL ANSI 1 standards, which don't really matter because they're pretty dodgy anyway, those standards. But it kind of just gives you something to compare it to, I guess, with other lights on the market. So what can I say? For $8 Australian, you probably don't expect too much, considering that it comes with batteries too. Off-the-shelf lights here for this kind of performance would usually cost you $30 to $40, somewhere around about there they'll be asking for. This light does cost more from other retailers. I have seen it for like $25 at some Australian sellers. Even for $25, I think it's still a pretty good buy because not everyone needs a lithium ion flashlight torch. So this kind of fills that market. And it's even pretty hard to find AA flashlights, even for us enthusiasts. It's more common to find AAA flashlights than AA lights on the market. So this is kind of, I'd say, a particularly big light, considering it is 2 AA, so you would expect it to be fairly long, but it is pretty fat too. I should actually measure it, right? I haven't done any of that. Alright guys, so by now you would have thought my videos are getting better, but no, worse. I didn't even do any measurements until right now. So the head is 30 millimeters in diameter, so 3 centimeters in diameter. And if we have a look here with the camera, you can see it's got a OP style reflector. It's actually very heavily OP'd, more than what you find on like a Convoy S2 Plus or something. And what appears to be a glass lens. I can't be 100% sure because I can't get it apart, but I'm pretty sure it's a glass lens. If you listen to it, it is a very well built light. The body is made out of aluminium alloy, and it is anodized, and for some reason they decided to anodize it in 2 different colors and put the shiny bits here. I was thinking these might be stainless steel, but they're probably just aluminium that's been polished, because it still doesn't look like that bright. So yeah, we can kind of see the LED there. I'll try and show you guys again later. I'll just continue with the body, talking about the body. So the head is 30 mils in diameter. It is 160 mils long, so it is pretty long. Keep that in mind. The body diameter is 23 mils, and it weighs 92 grams without the battery. So it is pretty well built. I must say, it is a well-designed light and a well-thought-out light. The reason why it's a bit heavier is because when you leave it on high mode, it does get hot, and the normal consumer will probably worry if their light starts to get hot. So you find that Nightcore used to do the same thing, where they'd overbuild their lights, just in case they were sold to a normal person, to a non-flashlight person, and then you don't want it to get too hot, or you don't want it to damage the components. So this thing is pretty heavy for its size. That's pretty much everything. I just double checked, it is IPX4. So yeah, so it's got a forward style clicky with 2 modes. So you got a high mode, which is supposed to be 250 lumens, and then you got a lower mode, which is supposed to be 25 lumens, is it? 25 lumens. But from then you click again and then it turns off. So high, low, and then off. Forward clicky. So yeah, so just the 2 basic modes, and it's got this feature that's called battery lockout, where you just twist the head and it moves the head up, so there's a gap between the battery and the head. So even if you turn the light on, right now it's on, but it's locked out, so the battery doesn't drain. This is a proper mechanical switch, so I do not really see a need to have this feature. I think it's more of a gimmick, maybe. Like maybe you can accidentally activate that, but I don't think so, because this thing is very well thought out and built. As I've already said, you can stand it like this, and it stands up straight. You can even tail stand it, and if you don't have the lanyard on, it'll stand up. But with the lanyard on, it's a bit harder. But this is a flat surface here, and the button is recessed in, so you're not really gonna like accidentally click it for no reason. So I'm not sure why they got this battery feature here to stop that. Probably the only last thing to look at would be the LED and the tint. So I'll try and show you guys the LED. Some websites say it's a Cree, and trust me, I have tried to get this light apart so far, but I know I'm going to have to ruin it to get it apart. Looking at it, I don't think it's a Cree chip. If I was to guess, and this is just a guess, and I highly doubt that it is, only chips I see that look a bit like this are the Nishias. And the tint on this isn't really cold, but that could just be because of the reflector. I'm not too sure. I'll show you guys in the house before we go outside. Yeah, if you guys can see that, right? See, it kind of looks like a flip chip. But then the outer side does kind of look like it could be a Cree. But I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Alright guys, before we go outside, I'll just show you the tint in the house, just so you can check it out. So as you can see, there's no way that that's a cool white tint. It's not really like that warm, but then it's not too neutral. I guess it could be cold, but not too cold, and then just the OP reflector gives it a bit of warmth. And on low mode you can see the same. Even this S2 Plus that has the broken LED, I think is now a colder color than this light. Yeah, you can definitely see the blue. That's the, yeah, look at that. That's a huge difference, eh? Wow. Interesting. I mean, the outsides of the LED do not look like a Nishia, and I doubt it for the price that they would have used one, but whatever LED it is, it's pretty good. Okay guys, I won't stay outside for too long because it is raining, so yeah, the camera is getting wet. Hopefully it survives. So this is the Coleman Divide Plus 250 on its highest mode. So you can see it's no slouch, like it lights up this whole yard, and from here to the fence is at least 15 meters. So it does a really good job. Yeah, when I measured it, this yard is actually a lot longer than what it looks. I always thought it was quite small, but it's not. So this is the high mode, so 250 lumens. There's no way that that's 250 lumens. When I go home, I'll make another video where I compare it to other lights of this category. Actually, I don't have any other lights that are AA's, two AA's. I'll compare it to single AA lights and see how it does. It'd be interesting to see if there is a driver in here, or just some sort of like resistive, capacitive dropper of some sort, or the LEDs just run straight. Because if the LEDs just run straight, that would kind of, well, it can't be because there's 2 modes, right? It would have to have some sort of, unless the towel cap has some sort of like resistor in it or something, I'm not sure. So we'll cycle again, and that's on its low mode. So yeah, so it's supposed to be what, 25 lumens, but that is like literally 3 times as tall as me, like far away, so at least like 5-6 meters, and like you can see that pretty easy. So that's pretty cool. Just to show you guys how bright I think it is, let me get out that broken ass S2 Plus and we'll put that on turbo mode and we'll see how much that lights up the backyard. I'm expecting it to do a better job than this, obviously, but we'll see. So, is that turbo mode there? That's turbo mode there, I guess. Is it? Yeah, that was turbo mode. Okay, so that's turbo mode. And we'll put the Coleman on. So the Coleman is here. And look at that. Side by side, they actually... Wow, no way. There's no way that that's 250 lumens. Obviously, yes, the S2 Plus is a lot brighter. But the Coleman is pretty good too. It does a pretty good job. Yeah, not bad. I mean, for like $8 Australian, and you can go to a shop and buy this. I think I was just looking online now, and if you go to like a shop in Australia, it does cost more than $8. You might be looking like 20-30 bucks. But like even for that price, you get a very well built light. But if you can score it for even cheaper, then you're cheering. Because to me, this is a pretty damn cool light. Look at it. Okay, so my phone is getting soaked, so I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a really good light, this Colman Divide Plus. Definitely go check one out. They're very well built. You can get them in different powers and different outputs, all the way up to 1,000 lumens, I think. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. As always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. And I'm now soaked. Thank you, guys.